to the channel. We recently had a really strong storm in the UK, and when I opened the van door it just took it out of my hands, and it's gone a little bit forward too far, and it's closed that gap up there a little bit. So what I'm going to do today is reset this gap, get this door so it's level, because it's a little bit off. What's happened is when I open the door, it's clipped the inside of the wing and pulled it out a little bit. Seems to be a common thing with Vitos, Viaros and Sprinters. It's a tight gap anyway, so it's not actually just pushing it in there like that has closed the gap up. I do need to adjust that gap. Right, let's get on with it. The gap has closed up there, so this wing hasn't moved. But what's happened, if I show you inside, pushed against this pillar here. So what I want to do is move this door back. It only needs to be a fraction. This part of the door hinge is welded on the A pillar. This is bolted on. There's no adjustment on the bolts to move it backwards and forwards. So what I will need to do is put a shim in here to bring the door back a little bit, and that's a little job I want to do today. And what that will do, if I go onto the passenger side, there's the gap, it's about 3 mil. So what I've got, you can get these on Amazon, but is some spacers. So I might not need all of these. They come in pairs, so the bolts on the A pillar just fit in there. But so I'm going to fit these shims on so that they don't bind on the driver's door. That should give me a nice gap. Alright, let's make a start. So once I've slackened off these bolts, I don't have to take them right out. I can just slip that in, and that should pass behind those bolts, tighten them up, and then I'll do the next one. So it doesn't sound too difficult. I'll clean these up first. Oh, I'm going to round off if I'm not careful. I need something shorter than that. See what I can find. So trying to get a torque socket in there with a normal ratchet on the end is almost impossible. So what I've done, or what I did, is just take an 8mm ring spanner and then place it over the end there, and I used it like that. It gives me a lot more room. Yeah, very tight area to try and work in. And that's my hack for today. Right, so they're loose. It's pinched up. I just need something to pry that open. Need to move the door up and down at the same time. Cool. There you go. Might even need a little bit more. Something flat just to knock that home. There you go. Lovely. That's gone right through to the back. I can pinch that one up now. Okay. So I think it's not binding anymore. I've got clearance. Is it the same gap as the other side? I think that's just under 3mm. It's still a little bit tighter than the passenger side, but I am very reluctant to put 2 shims in, and it's because it's not binding. I'm going to live with that gap. That's fine. It looks similar, but obviously we know it's not quite the same. That went quite well. I'm really quite pleased with that. There's no more binding of the door. I've got a better gap, not perfect, so what I'm going to do is take one of the spare shims, draw around it on this thinner piece of polypropylene. It's an ice cream lid. It's flat. It's about 1/16 of an inch thick, just about a mil. And cut that out using a pair of scissors and just offer that in. See if I can get that gap a little bit better than what I've got it at the moment. So I'm going to crack on with that. Thank you for watching. I should mention Gelatelli caramel vanilla ice cream is not a sponsor of the channel. If however you want to be, my freezer is waiting. It's good stuff. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.